What's up with y'all? What's the deal? It's me and Nopings, and today I am back playing my boy Dr. Money in the top lane. Now, today we's up against a special guest. We is actually up against the AMBESSA matchup. Now, the only reason I actually decided to post this video is because AMBESSA is a new champion, and you guys are probably wondering how I play my Mundo up against this champion. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, y'all, so hopping into game here, we do see that AMBESSA is running Conquer, Ignite, Flash. With the AMBESSA matchup, you basically want to treat her exactly the way you would treat a Riven, for example. The one thing about AMBESSA is her level 1 isn't actually that strong, in my opinion, especially in terms of just raw damage compared to like a Riven or so. But her once she gets to level 3 and she gets her slicing ability and her shield, she does become a problem. So especially when it comes to the level 1, I will try to abuse the AMBESSA as much as physically possible. We will be building into our Heartsteel, and from Heartsteel, we're going to go Sunfire, Thornmail. The enemy team is pretty squishy besides the Rammus pickup. Rammus isn't really a problem for me. I kind of counter him later on in the game. So right here, I end up warding, and AMBESSA is winning in brush. She ends up missing her Q. Ray just going to try to poke her out with the cleavers. Ray just not looking for a full-on fight. Ray just gonna poke her out, try to take out this pink ward. She will try and contest me here. Not really too scared. Gonna take that ward regardless. But yeah, her damage is pretty crazy early. I won't lie, but my team is right there. So we're just gonna pick up this kill nice and easy. Drop the ignite, and she will end up going down for the early kill. We're just gonna shove this out now, and I'm gonna look for a quick B. Pick up a Giant's Belt so that we do have an item lead. Really don't want to stay, especially because Rammus loves to early gank, and that could be an issue for me. So we're just gonna go and look for this early push and get the recall going. Alright, y'all, so right here I do decide to pick up plated steel caps. Now, main reason for that is I will respect the AMBESSA's damage. We do know that AMBESSA just does crazy damage, especially early game. But with this plated steel caps, it will allow me to take better trades into this AMBESSA, and hopefully the movement speed will allow us to possibly look for kills. But yeah, as you can see though, the early trade, especially when AMBESSA hits all her skills, she will definitely take a chunk out of your HP bar.
Mundo king of water cooler banter. Mundo cell.
Enemy slain.
Mundo file. Micromanage like a boss.
Alright, y'all, so as y'all can see, Rammus did come for the early gank. I really wanted to look for a play on AMBESSA. Unfortunately, this Rammus is babysitting AMBESSA like crazy. I was looking to just hit my level 5 and possibly look for a kill here, but unfortunately, Rammus is sitting in brush, and we do end up going down. It's not unfortunate. He's really just getting babysit like mad, but what can I say? AMBESSA ends up living with just 1 HP. Is what it is though. Alright, y'all, so walking back into lane here, my main mentality going back into lane is really just farming for my Heartsteel, because I know once I get my Heartsteel, I'll be able to consistently trade into this AMBESSA, and I'll easily be able to chunk her out because she does build AD. She's not a really tanky champion. But yeah, though, we're going to take some nice trades into her nonetheless. If my Q does land, I will try and fight her, but as you can see, she really does high damage. She was actually able to chunk me out there. Kind of was surprised about that damage, but my ult is coming up in a few seconds, and I'm willing to take this fight. So we just gonna wait for my ult to come back up, and we're gonna look for a play. Simple. So as you can see, ult comes back up. She committed, and she will end up going down here. We're gonna run her down the lane. She flashed. Lux ends up scoping the kill. Simple. So off of that, we're just gonna farm this out and push into the enemy turret. Now, when I play Mundo and when it comes to turret plating, bro, I do not leave anything on the table. I will farm out this turret until my very last second. Really, it just has to do with risk management and how much risk you are willing to take in order to get the big W at the end of the day. And Bess is really chasing me down the lane here. I end up kiting her out like heavy. Riven ends up rotating, walking her down the lane, hit her with the E to secure the kill. Simple. And that was really beautiful, honestly. Big ups to the Riven for using her map there. Gonna take the bees, pick up the Scorpion, and we're gonna pick up our Hearthstone components. We're looking very healthy right now, especially into this AMBESSA matchup. Alright, y'all, so we hopping back into lane here. It looks like AMBESSA and Action are looking for a lane swap here. Really not too scared of the Action. He's more of just a nuisance to me. I know if he does slip up, I'll easily be able to take him out. Not really a threat at all. So yeah, I'm gonna look for a Q. Lux ended up rotating. Action burn his flash. That's cool with me. And really, I'm just looking for a slow. Q lands again. Ray just not trying to force anything. I know I could easily pop in. My heart still is available in shop as well. So we just gonna keep that in mind. Gonna farm this out nonetheless. Try and take some turret platings if possible. And we're just gonna go from there. Simple. I did realize that OBG was up and we did lose the last one. So Rammus and AMBESSA will be taking rotations over towards this side. I am willing to take this fight though. I end up popping my ultimate, trying to chase this Rammus down. We end up killing Rammus. Simple. And we're doing pretty good right now. Instantly send my sights onto the AMBESSA. A Ignite gets dropped. We're going to follow her in deep here. And AMBESSA ends up going down as well. Very beautiful. We do have my heart still available too. But since AMBESSA is dead, I will take this opportunity to finish off the T1 top side. Was really trying to look for a play onto the T1 here, but AMBESSA ended up rotating, which is cool. But her damage is insane, so I will respect it here. We do have Hearthstone back in shop, so we will be. That is big buys, and once we do secure this Hearthstone, it will be pretty hard for this AMBESSA to play into me. And the next item on the chopping block is Sunfire Aegis, which will help me a lot into the enemy team, especially with two melee champions, which is the AMBESSA and the Rammus. And the wave clear will also allow me to really push my lead even further. But yeah, though, we ended up hitting a Q, catching AMBESSA on her recall. I will collect my Hearthstone proc for that huge chunk on AMBESSA. As you can see, just off that chunk, I already knew the lane was over at this point. And if AMBESSA really does try to contest me, I will look for kills on her. So yeah, AMBESSA ends up going in here. I wind up setting my sights instantly onto the Action. Looking to pop the Action. Action ends up going down. Simple. AMBESSA goes in as well. AMBESSA ends up going down. Kaisa is rotating. Kaisa ends up going down. Rammus is here. Instantly setting my sights onto the Rammus. Looking for kills. Rammus ends up burning his flash. Is what it is. We did end up coming up on the upper hand there. I am actually not. I'm not mad about that play whatsoever. We're going to take turret here, and it's good looks. Alright, y'all. So after taking the T1, we pick up Scorpion. We're going to look for bees. And we got big buys. We got Sunfire Aegis. So at this point, I can easily say I will be able to comfortably take 2v1s. And I'm an issue at this point. So we're going to look to group with the team and see what we can do. Karma ends up getting picked up by the Riven. Wasn't really able to get involved in that. Was really looking for the Kaisa here. She ended up cutting. Is what it is. We're going to farm out the wave. Head back to lane.
Danger. Mundo play. Never merge.
Alright, y'all. So Kaisa is sitting underneath turret. I could definitely die for if she does stay. Really just looking for shoves, honestly. AMBESSA ends up rotating. I am not afraid of taking the 1v1 into AMBESSA at all. Especially when we get the Sunfire. It kind of makes it very hard for her to actually survive and sustain fights against me. So yeah, it seems like she just respected me, which I'm fine with. But yeah, though, just gonna really harass her, get my Hearthstone procs when available. Was really just looking for her to commit. My ultimate is up. End up instantly popping the AMBESSA, but unfortunately, I will end up going down to the Kai'Sa. I'm fine with it, honestly, because we did end up taking out AMBESSA, and my team ends up cleaning up a fight in the jungle as well. So definitely a W play. I won't lie to you. Alright, y'all, so heading back into lane here. We got my Hearthstone, we got my Sunfire. I did pick up a Bramble Vest just to help with the healing from the enemy team. But yeah, we gonna look for shoves onto the T2 here. And really, right now, I'm just hoping that I could secure the T2 and get out safely. That's my main plan right now. My team is around me, so I do feel comfortable taking this. If the enemy team does look for a play, this is the perfect time for a good team fight. So we're just looking out for that. Wanted to get the Hearthstone proc on AMBESSA. She ends up cutting me out, is what it is. Really just having a dominant stance here, because I do know my team does have a lead up against them. But doesn't look like they're committing, so I will end up taking Bs. We pick up our Thornmail, and we're just going to look to push out another lane. Alright, y'all. So while I was farming out the Scuttle Crab, I do see that the enemy team was fighting mid lane. So I end up instantly just going onto the Karma. She ends up getting insta pop. Boom. She gets collected by the Hearthstone proc. And right now, I'm just looking for pushes onto the mid lane. We do not have no minion wave, which is fine. So I end up setting my sights onto the AMBESSA. We're just going to try and walk her down here. She ends up running away. Really didn't want to commit to that, is what it is though. Setting my sights onto the Rammus. He's respecting me as well. Really cannot force onto him. I will collect this Hearthstone proc though. Definitely. But yeah, we just gonna try and shove out here. Take turret. Really not too scared. My ult is up. End up popping my ult. Instantly popping the Kai'Sa. That was kind of insane. We end up taking turret. Setting my sights onto the AMBESSA. AMBESSA ends up getting collected with the E as well. And it's pretty much GG here, bro. I am fed. Like, I am super fed. There's nothing they can really do at this point. Just farming the Rammus as well. Collecting him with the Hearthstone proc. And it's really good looks from here. Alright, y'all. So with Rammus seeing the gray screen, we will look to take out Baron here. I almost have my completed Titanic as well. So once we do get this item, it's pretty much GG. And yeah, we're just going to pick up Baron here and go from there. Alright, y'all. So after picking up Nasha here, I was really just looking to farm out waves and secure my Titanic before the next team fight. So I was kind of caught out here. I did know the enemy team would possibly rotate for me, and I was kind of prepared for that. So I instantly went onto the Karma. They ended up instantly committing to me. Ended up picking up the kill on the Karma. Did end up getting bursted out by the AMBESSA, but we do pick up the double kill while picking up that Kai'Sa as well. So I definitely think that was worth at the end of the day. 2 for 1. Alright, y'all. So with me in the gray screen, my team does end up taking pushes and ends up taking the T3 top side. I'm able to secure my Titanic, and at this point, I'm strong as hell. So next team fight, I will definitely be able to pop off. My team is definitely putting in work. Really thought we were going to be able to end the game here, but unfortunately, we weren't able to. Enemy team does end up taking us out. Is what it is though. We could definitely come back from that. Alright, y'all. So right here, I do see my Ashe is getting rotated on. I was really just trying to protect her. I end up going too deep here. Enemy team really just poking me out. Wanted to get a kill on the AMBESSA. AMBESSA goes down, but Kai'Sa was just doing mad damage. I almost one-tapped the Karma nonetheless, but I mean, it's not horrible. My team is taking pushes onto the Nexus, so I don't think it's that bad. But next time I do respawn, it's definitely going to be the game decider. Alright, y'all. So walking out of base here, Ashe ends up shooting out her ultimate, which ends up tagging AMBESSA. Lux hits her roof. She ends up ulting. AMBESSA is nearly surviving, end up flashing, and my Sunfire Aegis ends up picking up the kill on the AMBESSA. Enemy team really cannot contest here, so I will end up just forcing the end. Action is trying to protect. He really can't. End up instantly popping the Kai'Sa, and we end up ending out the game. So if y'all did enjoy this video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Nonetheless though, There's Nopings. Out to catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.
My arrows fly true.